Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But, oh methinks, how slowly the soul moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days have quickly stooped themselves to night. 4 nights have quickly dream away the time. And like the moon to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, we'll behold the night of our someday.
Go, Philostrate, throw up the Athenian youth to merriments.
Happy Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forward, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man has my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my gracious Duke, this man has me where's the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast at my moonlight sung at her window with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with gifts of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, and messengers of strong prevailment in unhearted youth. Be it so, she, and not here before your grace, will not consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which will be either to this man or to her death, according to her law immediately enacted in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father is a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But in this case, one of your father's voice, the other must be held worthier.
I would my father looked, but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power may hold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, note your youth, examine well your blood. Whether if you choose not to wed Demetrius, you can endure the livery of a nun.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. Ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke, my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and on the next new moon, the wedding day betwixt my love and me, upon this day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or to wed Demetrius as he would. On Diana's altar to promise, I austerity and single life.
Roulette, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yields thy greater title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! Surely he has my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes is every way as fairly ranked, and not with vantage as Demetrius's. And what is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Meter's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon the spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess I've heard this much, but for you, fair Hermia, look you fit yourself to fix your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up to death, or a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Julius go along. I have some private schooling for you both.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why are your cheeks so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Be like for want of rain, which I could well obtain from the tempest of my eyes.
I mean, for aught I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else mismatched in respective years,
Oh, spite, being too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon by the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there were a sympathy in choice, or death or sickness did they siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to loves, as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion, therefore, hear me, Hermia. I've a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her home, remote 7 leagues, and she recognizes me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, I may marry thee. Into that place of sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, a league beyond the town, where I did meet with thee once to do observance to morn of May. There, my love, I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, and by the fire that burned the Carthage queen, and all vows men have ever broke, and number more than women ever spoke, tomorrow truly I will meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, with her away. Call you me fair?
That fair again, unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair! Your eyes are lodestars, your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. Sickness is catching, oh, were favor so yours would I catch fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue, sweet melodies. The world mine, Demetrius being faded. The rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers would such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, for that faults were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh then, in what graces my love do dwell, that he turned heaven unto hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silvery visage in the watery glass, decking the liquid pearl, the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flight still doth conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the woods where often you and I, upon primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens look away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Oh, farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us. And I grant thee good luck with thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight, from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius, dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, folding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths he was only mine. And when that hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is a scroll of every man's name throughout all of Athens, which is thought fit to plan our performance before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy in cruel death, Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready. The name of part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that calls himself most gallant for love.
That will require some tears in the true performing of it. When I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in to make off split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks will break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates. Oh, this was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Pyrquits.
Flute, you must take this beyond you.
What is this? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, fate, let me not play a woman. I have a beer coming in.
That is all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you must speak as small as you will.
If ever I hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe.
Oh, Pyramus, lover dear, my Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus. And Flute, you Thisbe.
I'll proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Prince.
Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Pyramids.
Snout, you Pyramus' father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug, the joiner, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you if it be give it me, for I'm slow study.
You may do it extempore, for there's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar, that I will do any man's heart to hear me. I will roar, that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again! Let him roar again!
If you should do it too terribly, you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, but they would shriek, and that'd be enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son! I grant you, friends, if we were to fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion than but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so I will roar you as twere any nightingale. I will roar you as twere any sucking dove.
You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a proper man, a sweet-faced man, one that you would see in summer's day, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Masters, here are your parts. I am to request you, entreat you, and desire you to learn them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood by moonlight. There we shall rehearse. For to meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties in which our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
you?
Over hill, over dale, from fish to fire, with high covered sails to the fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's spear, as we serve the fairy queen.
We must go seek some new jobs here, and hang a pearl on every child's ear. Farewell, thou lava spirits, our fairy queen and our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take not the queen come within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because she and her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet such changeling, and jealous Oberon would have that child, knight of his train, to roam the forest wild. But she by force withholds a loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy.
I'd rather stake your shape and make you quite, or you're that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow, are not with you.
He that frightens the maidens of the villagery, skims milk and sometimes labors in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn.
Sometimes make the drink the bear no bomb. We see night wanderers laughing at their harm.
Those that hobgoblin hug sweet puck, do their work and they shall have good luck.
Are not you he?
Thou speaks aright. I am the merry wanderer of the night. I just Oberon and make him smile. When I a fat, bean-fed horse beguile, nay, in likeness of a filly foal. And sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very well likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt telling the saddest tale. Sometime for a 3-foot stool sticketh me. Then I slip from her bum, down topples she, and Sailor cries and falls into a cough. And the whole choir holds their hips and laugh and wax in their mirth and sneeze and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there.
But Ruth, Barry, here comes Oberon!
I fear my mistress, for that you were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Very stipend I have forsworn his bending country.
Tarry, Rashmanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of corn saddle, playing on pixie horn, and versing love to amorous Philip. But why art thou here? Come from the farthest steps of India? For that in truth, the balancing Amazon. Your risky mistress, Theseus, must be with, and you've come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since the middle summer spring met we on hill and dale, wars were meet. By paved fountain or by raspberry grove, or the beaten margins of the sea, to dance our rivers, locust and wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the lands of ever river made so proud of their old wonderful country. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in our anger, washes all the air. That romantic diseases do abound. And through this temperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frost born the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and our own hives thin and nicely crowned, an odorous tablet of sweet summer buds is as the mockery said. The spring, summer, fruitful autumn, angry winter change their wants and liberties. And the mazed road by their increased knows now what is with. And the same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our distinction. We are their parentage original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon?
I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set for her. The fairyland buys not the child from me. His mother was a votress of my order, and was spiced in dinner by night full often, she also finds herself. But she, being mortal of that boy, did so. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with her.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance we'll have to face this Wednesday. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare you your haunts.
Give me the boy, and I will go with thee.
Not to thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away, we shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle pup, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory, and overheard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple, with love's wound. The maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make her man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a gird around the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it into her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, wolf, or bull, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I could take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one all slayeth and the other slayeth me. Thou toldest me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I in this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and pursue me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you that I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me, but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Do not tempt the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the sweet worth of your virginity?
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in the night, nor doth this foot-like world of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, and the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and Daphne holds the chain.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou dost not believe, then follow. But I will do thee mischief in the wood.
In the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. 5 Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love, as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well now. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a place where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopy with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime in the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. and with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of this, and seek through the grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect her with some care that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
I know a place where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopy with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime in the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of this, and seek through the grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect her with some care that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, a round one of fairy song, sing me now a song.
Spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs not be seen, birds and blind worms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Fill now with melody, singing our sweet lullaby.
Thou cease when thou dost wake. Do it for thy true love's sake. Love and language for his sake. Be it lynx or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair, in thine eyelids shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak truth, I have forgot our way. Will rest us, if you think it good, and tarry for the cover of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one trough.
Nay, good Lysander,
For my sake, my dear, and lie further off, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence, then by your side no bed do me deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily, and thou much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend, from thy love near altar to thy life's sweet end.
Amen, amen, to that fair prayer say I. And then in life when I am loyalty. Here is my bed, sleep give thee all his rest.
With half the wish, the wished eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but a thing yet found I none, on whose eyes I might approve of this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens, he doth flare. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And this is the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she dares not lie near this lack love, this killed courtesy. Curl upon thy eyes and grow, all this power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seed on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must out of Oberon.
Stay! Wilt thou kill me, sweet Demetrius?
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay. On thy peril I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? No salt tears, if so mine eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, no. I am ugly as a bear! For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore, no marvel if Demetrius do, as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's starry eye? But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead! Or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thine sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thine bosom makes me see thine heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile man to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord? What though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No! I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? A man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Oh! Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is't not enough, is't not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Good truth you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare ye well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused, should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia sleeps thou there, and never mayest come Lysander near. As a surfeit of all the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Of all heresies that men do leave are hated most by those that did deceive. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but by the most of me, and address all my love and power and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
lodge shall be our stage, the tall fen break our tiring house. We will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Barley gets no spear.
I believe you must leave the killing out when all is done.
Down a bit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue. And have the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords. And that Pyramus is not killed indeed. Or yet, for more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Byron the Weaver. This will put them out of their fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue.
Will not the ladies be fear the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies. 'Tis a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we are to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue should be written saying that he is not a lion.
Nay, we must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he himself should say thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there are two hard things, that is, to bring moonlight into the chamber. For, if you know, Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play or play? Doth it?
A calendar, take the almanac, find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Yes.
There's another thing. We have to bring a wall into the chamber. For, says the story, Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper through a chink of the wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some loam or some rough cast or plaster about him to signify wall. And he shall hold his fingers thus, and through that granny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
That may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you speak first. After you have spoken your speech, enter into that break so that every man is according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A plator? I'll be the auditor, and after two, perhaps if I see cause.
Pyramus, speak. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors.
Odious?
Odors, sorry. Odors, savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe. But hark, a voice. Stay thou to hear a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger, Pyramus, that e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you. Must understand that he has gone to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most the lily-white hue, of color like the red rose and triumphant briar, most brisky and most ink, most lovely jewel, as true's horse, that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninnis, too, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all.
Pyramus, enter! Your cue has passed. It is never tire.
As true as horse,
That yet would never tire. If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine. Oh, monstrous! Hey, masters!
I'll lead you round through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound.
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art transformed.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to frighten me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, and they will hear I'm not afraid.
The ousel cock so black of hue with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel awakes me from my flowery bed?
The sparrow and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark and dares not answer nay.
For indeed, who would set his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though he cried cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored with thy note. So is mine eye enthralled of thy thing. And thy fair virtue's force for forth doth move me. On the first word to say, to swear I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. 'Twere the pity that some honest neighbors cannot make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or not. I am a spirit of no common rate, and the summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me.
For indeed, who would set his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though he cried cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled of thy face. And thy fair virtue's force for forth doth move me. On the first word to say, to swear I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. 'Twere the pity that some honest neighbors cannot make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood did not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or not. I am a spirit of no common rate, and the summer still doth tend upon my seat. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to tend upon thee. Peace blossom, cobweb, moss, mustard seed.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the bumblebees, and by night candles crop their waxen thighs, and light them at fiery glowworms' eyes. They take my love to bed and to arise, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes, nod to him elves, and do him courtesies. Come, wait upon him, lead into my bower. The moon methinks with the watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps out every low flower. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
came in her eye, but she was dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with the monster, is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of hatches, rude mechanicals, that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theus' nuptial day. The shallow, thick skin of that fair sword, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his seat and entered in break. What I did then at this advantage take. An ass's head I fixed on his head, and on his this me must be answered. And forth my minute comes, when they him spy, at his sight away his fellows fly. I led them on this distracted fear, and love sweet Pyramus transformed there. So when the moment so came to pass, to time you wait, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that's finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, so that when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I would try, but I should use thee worse, for my fear has given me cause to curse. If thou wast seen Lysander in his sleep, being shoes in blood plunged in the deep, and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced to the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather feed his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou hast driven past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then tell me he is well.
And, if I could, what do I get therefore?
A privilege, never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no falling her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which in some slight measure it will pay, if, for his tender here, I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on some true love scent. Of that this prison must perforce ensue, some true love turning out a false turn true.
Then fate overrules that woman holding troth. A million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood goes swifter than the wind, and Helen of Athens wilt thou find. I'll fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll anoint his eyes again she do appear.
I go! Look how I go! Certain in the hour from the target's bow.
Flower of his purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain by fair band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me. Shall we their fond pageants be? War fools these mortals be.
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then two at once will woo one, that must needs be sport alone, and those things best do please me, that befall preposterously.
Why do you think that I should in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, in vows so born. In the nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you? bearing the badge of faith to prove them true.
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth. Ah, devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in 2 scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment toward her, I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her o'er?
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect divine, to what my love shall I compare thine eyes? Oh, crystal is mighty, how ripe in show those lips. Those kissing cherries tempting grow, pure congealed white, high toward snow, fan with the eastern wind, turns to a crow. When thou holdest up thy hands, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you are all bent to sit against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men, as men you are at show, you'd not use a gentle lady so, to bow and swear and super praise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with all your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes. With your derision, none of noble sort would so offend a virgin, and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know, and you with all goodwill, with all my heart. In Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helen to me, queen, whom I do love, and to my death.
Never! Did mock us with more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My love to her is guess why I sojourned, and to Helen is hope returned. There to remain!
Helen, it is not so.
Despair not the faith thou dost not know, lest thy peril thou shalt buy it dear. Look, where the love comes, yonder is thy dear!
Dark at night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes, wherein its all impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense.
Yes!
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found. Mine ear I might give promise of thy sound. But why kindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay me love that best to go?
What love to press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love I would not let him bind. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could this not make thee know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport, in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot?
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face? With your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, and offer me, forsooth, affection? But by your setting on, by your consent, would that I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved. This you should pity, rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jests up. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own faults, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay gentle, Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Excellent! Speak, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she can entreat. Thy entreats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee by my life, I do. I swear to that by which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, we're too tense on this!
Away, you! No. He'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang up, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why have you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Sweet love? Out, tawny tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine, no hidden potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, soothe, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, but I perceive a weak bond holds you. I will not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Oh, why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing pure. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by the night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, I faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet! Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare. Between her stature she hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I'm so dwarfish and so low? How am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you. Hermia did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you. For love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence, and threatened me, to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quite go, to Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go! You see how simple and how fond I am. Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you? A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, Lysander?
Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again? Nothing but low and little? Why will you suffer her to flat me thus? Let me come to her.
Get gone, you dwarf! You are too officious on her behalf and scorned your services. Let her alone. Speak not with Helena. Take not her part for it thou dost intend. There was a little show of love to her. Thou shalt abide it.
Now it is time to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you, nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence! Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
But believe me, King Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I
lovers seek a place to fight. High therefore, Robin, overcast the night. Lead these testy rivals so astray that one comes not within the other's way. Like to Lysander, sometime framed thy tongue, then stirred Demetrius up with bitter wrong. Then ran thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus. To o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye. When they next awake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Then back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in these affairs do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace. We shall effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak now, thou. Here, villain, drawn and ready. I will be with thee straight. Follow me, then, to plainer ground. Speak again, Lysander, thou runaway, thou coward. Speak, art thou fled in some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, thou art bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come. Come, coward, come. I'll whip thee with a rod.
Yeah, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here. The villain goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, and faster did he fly. I followed him my dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day. Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak now, thou.
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot. Thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, thou mockest me. For this thou shalt buy it dear. If ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight. From these that my poor company detest, and sleep, which sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three, come one more. Here she comes all cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad.
Never so weary, never so unwoe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with the briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day.
When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in that former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that every man should take his own. Jack shall have Jill, now shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do cloy, and stick muskrose in this my sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom? Peas Blossom, please scratch my head. Where is Cobweb? Monsieur Cobweb, fetch me the honey bag. Where is Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Mustard Seed, please help Peas Blossom to scratch. Ooh, oh yeah. Can you go up a little more? Oh, that's a spot. I must go to the barber's, monsieur, for methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies be gone, and be always wed. So doth the woodbine and the sweet honeysuckle gently interest. The female ivy so unrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Seest thou the sweet sight? Her dotage I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fell out with her, when I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I then did ask of her a changing child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear into my bower in fairyland. Now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Thought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how I do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head.
When thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes keep.
Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance to do Theseus' house triumphantly. And blessed to all fair prosperity, there shall the faithful lovers be wedded, with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king and tender mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Now, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, in our play, tell me how it came this night, that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, fair queen, up the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echoing conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when over to Crete they bathed there. With hounds of Sparta never did I hear such gallant chiding for besides the grove. The skies, the fountains, every region near, seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical discord, such sweet thunder.
But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter, here asleep, and this Lysander, this Demetrius is, and this Helena, old Neater's Helena. I wonder their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came to grace our solemnities. But speak, Aegeus, is it not the day that Hermia gives her answer of choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but a couple now?
Pardon, my lord?
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world?
My lord, I shall reply advisedly, half sleep, half waking. For yet, as I say, I cannot truly say how I came here. But for truly what I speak, I came here with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough! Enough! My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away Demetrius. They would, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent, that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of yourself, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, and Helen in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I know not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia melted as the snow. Seems to me now as a remembrance of an idle god, something I did dote upon in my childhood. And now, the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But as in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health cometh my natural taste. Now I do wish it, long for it, love it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you're fortunately met of this discourse and come here not.
Aegeus, I will overrule your will. For in the temple, by and by with us, these couples are to be eternally knit. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
All these things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see things with a parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? Seems that yet we sleep, we dream.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard out of doubt if he is transported. If he come not, then the play is born. It goes not forward, doth it?
It's not possible. There's not a man in all of Athens fit to play Pyramus the king.
Yes, he seemed to be the best wit of any handcraft man in Athens.
Yeah, and the best person too. He's the very paramour of sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is. God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke has arrived from the temple with 2 or 3 more ladies married. If we would have gone forward with our sport, we would have all been made men.
Sweet boy Bottom.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom! The most courageous day, the most happy hour.
Going home! Theater Quince! The flute the bellows mender! Thompson the tinkerer! Yes! Startling! Ow. I have had a most rare vision. Past the wit of any man to say what dream it was. Methought I was... There is no telling what. Methought I was, and methought I had... Not a word of me. All that I know is the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps, and every man the forest part. Meet presently in the palace, for the short and the long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not he who plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for lion's claws. And most dear actors eat no onions or garlic, for it is a sweet comedy, and I do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go away!
Lovers speak of.
More strange than true, I may never believe these antique fables or these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen with such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that imagine more than cool reason ever comprehends.
The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination not composed. One sees Mardellos and vast help hold, that is the madman, the lover. All is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye in fine frenzy rolling doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name.
Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if they would but apprehend some joy, they comprehend some bringer of that joy.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their mind transfigured so together, more witness it than fancy's images, and goes to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what mass, what danger shall we have, to where wait a long age of 3 hours, before after supper and bedtime?
Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are at hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of this torturing hour? Call illustrate.
Theseus.
Say, what a bridge we have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There's a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice which your highness shall seek first.
A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief, that is hot ice and strange wondrous snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
Play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I know to play. But by 10 words, my lord, it's too long, which is tedious, for in a play there's one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical it is, my lord, for Pyramus there doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made my eyes water, but were merry tears. The pain of loud laughter was never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-headed men that work in Athens, which never labored their minds till now, and now toil they on breath and memories with this same play against their nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it's not for you. I've heard it over. It's nothing in the world, unless you can find a sport in their tents, extremely stretched and calm with full pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when duty and simpleness tender it. Go, bring them in, and ladies, take your places.
I love not to see wretchedness or duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in his kind.
The kinder we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be what they take the stake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes in might, not merit.
Your Highness, the prologue's addressed.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill. Think that we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show. Wonder on, till truth make all things plain. That this man is Pyrrhus, if you should know. And this beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. And this man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which lovers did sunder, but through wall's chink, poor souls, are content to whisper. And let no man wonder that this man, with lantern, dog, and hawthorn bush, presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know, lovers thought no scorn to meet by moonshine at Ninus' tomb, there to wound. And this grisly beast, lion height by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather, did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, with lion's vile bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, to find his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with blade, bloody blameful blade, is bravely broached a boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, let wall, moonshine, lovers, and lion twain, at large discourse, here they do remain.
In the same interlude it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall may have you think that had an end, cranny hole, or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe, they whisper, often very secretly, this loneless, rough-cast stone doth show that I in that same wall the truth is so, that had a right, crannied, and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
O grim-looked night! O night with hue so black! O night which ever art that day is not! O night, alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. And wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. Sorry.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
Oh, no, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceive me is Thisbe's cue. She is to come through, I will spy her through the chink. You'll see, it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, hast thou heard my voice? Requiring thy sweet tears listen. My tree often kiss thy stones for him cover me.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink, to spy if I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am my lover's grace.
An ally time to the fates we kill.
Not Shaffelus and Procris was so true.
As Shaffelus the Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kissed the wall's pull, not your lips at all.
Will thou meet me at any soon straight away?
Time life, time death, I come without delay.
Thus I had my part to church, so thus be done not the way not go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard. The best is kind of the shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination demands them.
It must be your imagination then and not theirs.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear, the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here. When lion in wildest rage doth roar, then know that I, when snug the joiner, am no lion's fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as life come in strife, 'twere pity on my life.
This lantern doth the homeroom present. This lantern doth the homeroom present. Myself a man, I the moon do seem to be.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to tell you is that the lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Why are girls using the lantern? For all these should be in the moon.
But silence. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Hades' tomb. Where's my love?
Wrong!
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what gentle sorrow is here? Eyes you see, how can it be? O dainty duck, O dear, thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood! Approach, ye fury spell! O fates, come, come, cut, threaded from, quailed, crushed, conclude, and quelled. Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame? Since lion vile by nature hath here deflowered, my dear, who is, no, who was the fairest dame, that lived, that loved, that liked, that lived with cheer. Come, tears confound, out swording wound, the pap of Pyramus, I that left pap where heart doth hop, thus die I, thus!
dressed in blue.
And wall too.
I assure you the wall is down.
What about? The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall all sleep the coming morn. For as much as night hath overwatched, this palace of gross clay hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends to bed, a fortnight we hold this solemnity and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores all the weary task done. Now it is the time of night that the graves all gaping white, everyone lets forth their sprite, and the churchway paths do glide. And we fairies that do run by triple hectates team in the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite, hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty, after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse the song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, nor yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, not to scrape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, or else Puck a liar called. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall